On the night of Halloween, when the veil between the worlds is thin, a most terrifying evil roamed the streets. It was not a ghost, nor a monster, nor a demon. It was something far worse. It was a creature of pure darkness, born from the darkest depths of human depravity. It had no form, no shape, no substance. It was simply a void, an absence of light and life. But it was also a hunger, a ravenous hunger for souls. It had been many years since the creature had ventured into the world of the living. It had been dormant, festering in the shadows, waiting for the right opportunity to strike. And Halloween was the perfect night. The creature slithered through the streets, unseen and unheard. It passed by houses and apartments, its hunger growing stronger with each step. It could smell their fear, their terror. It was the most intoxicating scent of all. The creature stopped in front of a small old house. It was the perfect target. The house was dark and silent, and the creature could sense the presence of a single soul within. It seeped through the cracks in the door and into the house. It crept through the shadows, its hunger all-consuming. In the bedroom, a young woman lay fast asleep. She was dreaming of a happy Halloween, of trick-or-treating and costume parties, but her dream was soon to be shattered. The creature loomed over her bed, its darkness blotting out the moonlight. The woman stirred in her sleep, but it was too late. The creature reached out with its emptiness and touched her soul. The woman screamed in terror as her soul was ripped from her body. The creature devoured it whole, leaving behind a lifeless husk. The creature was satisfied, but its hunger was not yet sated. It left the house and continued on its way, searching for its next victim. All across town, people were disappearing. They were found dead in their homes, their bodies drained of life. The police were baffled. They had no leads, no suspects. The creature was careful to leave no trace behind. It was a master of stealth and deceit, but one person suspected what was happening. Dr. Emily Miller was a paranormal researcher. She had spent her life studying the occult and the supernatural. She knew that there were things in the world that were beyond human comprehension. Dr. Miller had been investigating a series of strange disturbances in the city. She had sensed a dark presence, a malevolent force that was growing stronger with each passing day. She knew that it was behind the recent disappearances. Dr. Miller raced against time to stop the creature before it was too late. She knew that if she failed, the city would be plunged into darkness. She followed the creature's trail, tracking its movements through the city. She eventually led her to a deserted warehouse on the outskirts of town. Dr. Miller knew that this was it, the creature's lair. She took a deep breath and entered the warehouse. The air was thick with darkness and the smell of death. Dr. Miller could hear the creature's hunger. It was calling to her. She followed the sound until she came to a large chamber in the center of the warehouse. The creature was there, waiting for her. It was a towering mass of darkness with no discernible features. Dr. Miller knew that she was outmatched, but she had to try. She raised her hands and began to chant a powerful exorcism spell. The creature roared in defiance. It lashed out with its darkness, but Dr. Miller stood her ground. The battle raged for hours, but in the end, Dr. Miller was victorious. The creature's darkness was banished, and it was returned to the void from whence it came. Dr. Miller had saved the city, but she knew that the creature would return someday. It was only a matter of time. But for now, the people of the city were safe, and Halloween could once again be a night of celebration and fun. Dr. Miller returned to her home, exhausted but triumphant. She had defeated the creature of darkness, but she knew that the battle was not over. The creature would return. It was only a matter of time, but Dr. Miller would be ready. She would continue to study the occult and the supernatural so that she could be prepared for the creature's next attack. She knew that the darkness was always there, lurking in the shadows, waiting for its opportunity to strike. But Dr. Miller would not let it win. She would protect the world from the creature's evil, no matter the cost.